Uh, Joe used to laugh at him because Joe was so inclined to be mechanical and messed with old cars all the time when he was a kid. Well, see, he lived with the Nutley sisters off and on after when Pop would go back and before he went to the Army. I think he was still with them. He went to Nutley High School for a couple of years, Joe did. But Joe came over when he was, I don't know how old he was when he came over. But he was 7 years older than Roy, and Roy is 7 years older than Carlo. Carlo's the next one in line. Anna first, but of course Anna's gone now. It was Roy, Anna, Carlo. I don't know the rest of them.
Dominic and Frank, right?
Dominic and Frank.
Oh yeah, Dominic and then Frank. Yeah, Frank was the youngest. But anyway, I helped an immigrant family get stabilized. I guess I should take a little credit for that. They leaned on me a lot and accepted me when I was a good girl. I was a good lady. Finally, when Ralph, Trudy was the one that told me. He said, "Well, I don't want to meet her. I'm not going to come and meet her."
Yeah, you finally realized you weren't a camp follower?
Yeah. He was sure I was. And then Mom and Dad made the trip down to see Grandma, you know, when they came over. He was honored that they would come all that way.
Oh, so Grandpa Salyers and Grandma Bonnie came and visited with them when they came to the States. That's very, I didn't know that.
And Sam and Mary came too. Well, they were here for 6 months. Sam and Mary came with the two boys too, to meet him, being the oldest son, you know. And she enjoyed that. She was happy that she saw to see part of my family. But you know, they talked Italian all the time, so I don't know what they were actually saying. But one thing she used to say all the time, pulito, pulito. Everything was so clean, and my house was so clean. I don't even know how we slept. What beds? I think we gave the beds upstairs to them. We had the big double bed in the room. And you guys, I can't remember what happened when they were there for 6 months.
I just remember we had a lot of company
Oh yeah,
there was
I
a
was
lot
always
of people,
fixing something.
and that by this time you had the basement completely finished, including with the second kitchen down there.
Yeah, because
I can remember
I double cooked all the time when
Yeah.
people came because we were always and we
Big
had a
crowd.
big door kind of thing that we made on trestles to make a big feasted area in the basement. Yeah, Roy had finished it, yeah, and had the stove and stuff there.
And I remember cleaning lots of vegetables.
Oh yeah,
You know, lots and lots of vegetables.
and we had seafood and we had the barbecue that Dad made. You didn't probably remember. He made a fireplace out in the back patio, in the edge of the garden.
Out of brick, right?
Yeah, with
I remember
made out of
that.
brick. You remember that?
Yeah.
And that was there for a long time before we tore it down.
And Uncle Joe he did it at his house and he did it at our house. But Uncle Joe
Filet mignon.
had this knack
And filet mignon.
for making the most delicious filet mignon, and he had magic in his hands.
You serve it on buttered bread, you know, the slip, because it was finger food, but delicious, so delicious.
I think the filet mignon was more
They barbecued
tender.
it outside on the brick oven. And then we had a lot of mussels and clams and crabs. You remember that, don't you? They're going crabbing and bring. Roy got sick of it, boat sick when they took him. Frank took Roy with him to go crabbing one day, and the waiting of the boat made him sick. He got sick in his stomach, Roy. But Roy was sensitive about smells, and he couldn't stay anywhere that there was cigarettes.
Little Roy or?
Yeah, no, little Roy. Young Roy. You don't know what to say. Little, he got bigger than his father.